Hello, welcome in, initiates. How are you? I hope you're all doing really well. What I'm going to be doing tonight is diving deep into a runic reading so that we can really get some good message out for the ones with the devotion, the honor, and the respect, all those good old school ways that the universe loves. Okay, so what I love about runes is that you can only operate from a place of honor, which was standard, right? It was so standard for the pagans to do that and have an inherent understanding of cause and effect in the circle of life. So for those of you who do like the idea of creating your own reality and you do want to maximize your power and your relationship with the universe, this is for you. I'm going to zone in to the ancestral energies I have working with me. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for blessing and protecting this reading. Thank you, Sekhmet Bastet, for being at either side of me. And thank you to my pagan ancestors and my nomadic ancestors for protecting and guiding this reading. Okay, let's see what 3 runes want to come out of the bag. This one first. Okay, so first out, we've got Soolo, which is the sun. It's radiance, it's illumination. It's having a lovely sense of hope to continue doing something. It could feel like you've had some sort of illumination in your life, or you could feel more radiant. This could be indicative of some sort of bolt of clarity coming in for you also here. But this is lovely. This is having a lot of energy to go after something and to do something, right, that you find inspiring. Now, we've got the Anzus. This is the rune of the gods, okay? So I'm speaking to someone with power to command reality. And you could be starting to realize this with the Soolo, with the rune that represents the sun. You could be starting to realize your true place in reality, right? And you could be, measuring yourself above measuring yourself next to others and realizing that you do have some kind of intellect or some kind of power that outweighs your peers, right? We've got Dagaz, which is the rune for the daybreak. So this is amazing. This is someone having a huge epiphany about who they truly are. And that was a bit of a Freudian slip when I said above. But I mean, with the rune of the Anzus here, I feel like you could be realizing that you are a cut above the rest, or that you do have knowledge that is beautifully helpful. And what they're telling me here is that, we can't always be so humble. A 6th Dan black belt can't think that he is on the same level as a white belt, or how on earth would he ever teach the white belt? So there's something here about you taking your true positioning and really having, a beautiful realization of your true essence. Because, Soolo, the sun, daybreak, the dawn, the breaking of dawn, the realization of something here. And you've got the rune of the gods on the table. So I feel like someone's really, realizing how powerful they are. Maybe you've had some feedback recently from the universe which has made you realize that they're constantly with you, guiding you. And they're also telling me higher self, like you've had some beautiful, intense liaison with your higher self. And once you've had a taste of that elixir, that magical elixir, there's no going back here. So I'm getting this energy of keep going forward, keep believing in yourself here, because you're having, or will be having, a lot of realizations. A lot of things are being brought to light when it comes to who you are and what your purpose is on this earth. Okay, I just started my clock. And we're going to dive into the tarot now and see what this message is all about for somebody who, they keep telling me a cut above. So maybe you're in a workplace and you're realizing that they should be paying you more, or maybe you're just realizing how skilled you are, giving yourself some credit, I would say here. Okay, we've got the Empress, okay? Not surprisingly, the first card out, okay, so the Empress is a card of someone who's got beautiful non-physical connections. I'm getting a classical energy, like you could have the sort of energy that is rare nowadays. You could have energy that is very graceful and, very deep thinking. And I'm getting that your mind goes very deep into the non-physical, which is why you can pull essentially ether. You can pull ether through your magnetic field from the non-physical and fill up lots of potion jars with unusual energy, right? Energy that's more classical than most people nowadays, right? Energy that's very rare. And I think perhaps you're starting to realize that. Okay, perhaps you're starting to realize that you belong in the loot lounge, that, you know, that you bring special gifts onto this plane, and that maybe you should hold yourself in a higher regard, or there's something here about you elevating your viewpoint on yourself and realizing how wonderful you actually are, how much you bring into some sort of scenario. Okay, so I feel like it's dawning on you, right? I feel like it's dawning on you. I'm hearing gifts and like special powers. So maybe you've got a special healing power, or you're figuring out your own unique ways here. With the Empress on the table, this is all about building your own heaven on earth. And I think you're realizing now that you're more than capable of doing this. We've got the Six of Pentacles here. So there's that connection with the non-physical. There's that connection with the universe, allowing yourself to be guided. And I'm getting this energy that the universe have been feeding you truth. The universe has been feeding you the truth about yourself. And they're saying Emperor also. You can replace the Empress for the Emperor. This is a message for someone whose mind... Okay, what they're showing me now is that... Okay, what should I give you as an example? If you imagine every 3D mind on this earth as being part of a little cluster, like an anthill, what they're telling me is your mind is higher in frequency. So your mind wraps around all of these minds when we understand that everything is just consciousness. So this is what they were telling me with that above word, that your mind is of a way higher frequency and therefore very powerful when it comes to pulling unique energies from the non-physical. Okay, and you do this via appreciation. So there could be things that you appreciate that most humans don't. And of course, everyone's mind is unique. So we all have the capacity to really mine for energies that match us and that we love ourselves, right? But there's something about the energies you pull through that are unique and needed on the universal stage, right? There's something about your energies being very helpful to people. You could help people find that inner sacred energy in themselves, right? You could help people see clearly about themselves even, and help raise their consciousness. We've got the Hanged Man, an energy of sacrifice, an energy of loving the higher powers, an energy of really submitting when you need to, you know. Three of Wands energy, okay. So this could be an energy for someone of you giving up old habits, okay, submitting to some sort of new process or new way of seeing yourself, and allowing that energy to power you up with the Three of Wands. It's a very powerful card. 3 Wands of power, right? This is the energy that gets ships moving. This is the energy that creates worlds. So I feel like you're giving up anything that no longer matches this new and powerful version of yourself, and turning your back on the old timeline, the old storyline, things that don't feel right anymore. I'm getting this energy of certain things just won't feel right to this new version of you. And it's a normal, necessary part of this process of you transforming into a much more powerful version of you. It requires for you to gracefully let go of that which no longer serves you. But I'm getting that you're maybe gonna be getting a feeling about certain things in your life. It's almost like this energy of walking into a club when the party's over. You know, it just doesn't feel right, you know? So there's almost this energy of it being really obvious to you around this time, like what to walk away from and what to keep with you. They're giving me this energy of keep the things with you that give you joy. Keep the golden things, they're telling me. So keep your golden relics, or keep anything with you, or you're going to be keeping things with you that bring you joy and letting anything that feels weird or odd, letting it all go, right? Letting it sort of recycle itself down the drain. It's almost this energy of, you know, the golden things will cling to you and the rest will fall away, because they're giving me a huge amount of power on this Three of Wands card here, and I'm getting this energy of you traveling lightly, you know, leaving behind the baggage and moving on, because this is a macabre here. He's in his little spaceship, and you know, he's not looking back. He's off to the new world. He's off towards the moon, funnily enough. They're telling me to mention that. There's a full moon on this card here, so you could be moving towards that which your heart is pulling you towards. There's this energy of you following that feeling of your heart, and you've got a magnetism here, okay, because they keep showing me things that are sticking to you as if you are made of metal and they are magnetic, but they're saying everything that's meant for you will stick to you naturally. This could also be new things magnetizing their way into your life, but I would be careful, because you could find in your new position of power that there are energies that will try and cling on to you to somehow benefit from this new power of yours. So that's a side note for somebody, to be careful of clingy energies, to be careful of those energies that want to stick to you and not let go, okay? I feel like you're shedding your skin here so that you may shine more brightly. Seven of Wands is about maintaining the dignified positioning you now have found in your life. This is maintaining peace, harmony, that sense of living in the sunset of life, being in a beautiful state of mind and maintaining that, I feel like is going to be a big priority for you. And again, there's this idea of your light being so bright, and they don't want anyone pouring water on your candle. They want you to keep the flame of your soul burning. And they're saying don't be too humble here, because you are unique, okay? And there's something about what you've done to elevate yourself that is unique, and no, not all humans can do this, okay? So they're saying give yourself credit here for this unique elixir that you bring into the realm. We've got the Three of Pentacles, so this does of course indicate recognition from others, and also a lovely harmony where you are in your groove, where you are alchemizing reality the way it suits you to do so, and you know, getting support for that, you know. Again, that magnetic energy, this can be your greatest blessing or your worst curse, depending on how you deal with it. They're saying make sure, you know, that you maintain this beautiful divine flame inside of yourself, so that you magnetize the right ones, the supportive ones, and not people who want to drain you. Because I'm getting this vibe that there are going to be people to block, and there are going to be people to work with. So they're saying be very discerning about that, because I feel like your work is very important, shining a light on people's souls. I'm getting that your light is contagious, and that's why it's so important that you maintain this flame, right? It's like they're giving me like goddesses from temples in ancient times. There was always at least one, particularly females, you know, would be picked to maintain the flame, okay? And we've been doing this for thousands of years in all sorts of cultures, making sure that the flame of the temple is always lit. So you could even have connections to those past life kind of scenarios. Maybe you were selected to be the keeper of the flame in another life, and it was a very privileged position, right? Particularly for and they want me to mention for some reason that they would pick virgin females for this for a reason. I don't know what that will mean to anyone watching this, but that's what I'm being told here. So something about purity with you as well, and then wanting you to keep yourself purified in mind, body and soul. And that's for men or women, okay? It's not just for women watching this, but whoever's watching this, Empress, Emperor, it's important that you hold your throne and hold your positioning here, because I feel like whatever you're going into, they're showing me a ripple effect. Like the light you're taking into this new situation here is gonna have such a big effect on many people, but it's down to you, right? It's your project, or it's your energy. No one can replace this energy. No one can be you, you know, despite the fact that in modern culture they try and tell everyone we're all the same. No, we're completely unique genome, completely unique past life packages, completely unique birth charts, and they want someone to acknowledge that. No one can do it like you can do it, And I'm hearing that song, Nobody Does It Better. Baby, you're the best, right? And they're tingling me here. So this is why you've got to treat yourself like who you actually are and keep yourself really well protected and see yourself clearly, okay? There's something about you realizing how unique and irreplaceable you are that is very important to the next leg of your journey. Knight of Wands energy. Yeah, opportunists, okay? What I'm getting here is you've got to watch out for these opportunists. So we've got the Home Sweet Home card, okay? And I'm getting this energy that the universe has got you on a fast track. There we go. Just as I say that, the universe is fast tracking you to your true spiritual home here. And I'm getting that there are going to be a lot of, I'm getting rebellious energies, opportunistic energies, people who see you as some sort of cash cow or energetically, right? See you as some sort of energy farm for them to leech from your energy somehow or to try and utilize your energy in a way that benefits them. And I'm getting nope. They're showing me one of those carriages that people used to carry the royalty in ancient times. You know, the carriages that get lifted off the ground and they're carried by men? That's the image they just gave me for you, being fast-tracked to wherever it is you call home. And again, there's that energy all over this card, this fast-moving, powerful energy. Again, they're telling me to tell you to drop the baggage. You're not responsible for anyone else's life who may be clinging on to you, expecting things from you. 1, 2, 3, 4 on my clock just then. There's something about you moving in a straight line because that's the quickest way to get you home. And I feel like there are going to be some... It's almost like an energy of objecting, like someone's going to object to you being who you are. Or, you know, maybe try and slow you down because this Knight of Wands is going in a different direction to this 8 of Wands over here, right? And your job here is to be as relaxed as possible in who you are and to truly acknowledge who you are at a deep level and make your way on a straight line trajectory to some new location, okay? A prize location, somewhere that's going to feel like you're supposed to be there, right? You're going to recognize this place in your soul. And yeah, it's gonna feel good to you. I'm going to clarify this Knight of Wands in a minute. This is you, Lion energy. So this is achieving a state of spiritual sovereignty that not many people could get to. And again, the lion, everything the lion does is to maintain the pride, right? A dignified lion, a protective lion, a lion with their house in order, a lion who has their priorities right. That's the position you're in right now. Show me one for this Knight of Wands energy. I'm hearing few and far between. Like there aren't many energies that get to this level. This Knight of Wands is on a messy energy with the octopus, okay? This is someone who wants to tangle you up, someone who refuses to acknowledge your true positioning, okay? And someone who wants to sort of get you to join in with their mess through your own free will, right? We've got the black egg on the bottom of the deck. So this is something, you know, about your energy being very unique, holding a lot of truth, okay? And a lot of power that could be very transformative for the people you work with or will be working with in the future. Okay, let's clarify here. I do feel like reading from the book. Hang on, let's read from the book with the lion real quick, because like I say, this is a state of being that no, not all humans can achieve this state of being, even in multiple lives. We're not on a conveyor belt, we have free will. And something about the way you've chosen to live your life with a good heart and regal intentions is putting you onto the right pathway, onto the fast track home, okay, whatever that means for you. And it's putting you in a perfect position to help multiple people. So I feel like you're having this realization about yourself. The lion is patient, regal, a complete master. The lion is a master of the fire element and the living mascot of self-transformation. A lion personality dedicates their life to personal and spiritual growth. This dedication inspires some and intimidates others. Therefore, the lion is respected by all, but known intimately by few. Some mistake the lion as hard to access or aloof, yet those with a keener eye know better. Lions are observant, stealthy, and precise in their words and actions. They don't waste energy or resources. This card reminds us that self-mastery is available to all, no matter where our quest begins. Okay. When in balance, the lion is the epitome of peace and strength. Okay, so that's your priority right now, to maintain your peace and your strength and not to get pulled off pathway by any messy energies. Okay, because they've got the opportunities you've got to evolve their soul, but they, you know, they maybe don't want to do the work or something like that. I'm getting this energy of don't let people who, you know, cannot do the spiritual work stop you in your majesty and in your mastery. I'm getting that you've got people to help. You've got too many people to help or affect. This is like dominoes. This is like a knock-on effect of you being in your power with the lion energy and the Empress. And I'm getting force of nature. Your alchemy is going to be a force of nature. The light you carry is a force of nature. High Priestess, there we go. High Priestess right on top of the Six of Pentacles. So your energy is rare, it is classical. You have brought in a lot of energies from previous lives that not all humans have access to. This is why you're such an important key. I'm getting a key energy. You're an important key for the development of humanity, because you've passed a lot of tests and levels. You're trusted. You're trusted to have the right intentions, right? And I feel like you're realizing this about yourself. Something about you elevating your mind and realizing, no, everyone does not have the mind space you have. No, everyone is not an Empress or a High Priestess or an Emperor or a High Priest, right? And that what you've got is a rare elixir, a precious and rare elixir. Show me, Hanged Man. Ace of Cups energy. Sacrificing the old to make room for the new. Okay, they're saying throw out any dregs. All right, throw out any cups. All right, this is symbolic, but they're saying pour away the old liquids, clean the cup, and get the cup prepared for all these beautiful new essences that are gonna be filling it. All right, that's a message for somebody here. And you know, I'm getting more and more love coming into your life. This lion is looking towards this Ace of Cups, knowing that as long as you keep your heart tuned to that beautiful frequency of pure intention, more and more light and love must fill your life. Seven of Pentacles, good, powerful investments moving forward, lots of fruit, okay? And this tree is growing from this person's hand. So I'm getting that, you know, you are your own bounty, okay? You having such rare, maybe ideas or energies, access to rare energies, non-physically, and what I call your personal apothecary. This is what's going to be your biggest investment. It's you keeping yourself on a pedestal, keeping yourself protected, understanding how rare this positioning is with the lion. It's going to generate so much beautiful energy onto the earth plane. And this also, I feel like, is what you're supposed to be doing. Releasing your own true essence into the realm. Finding a way to invest in yourself, but also invest yourself. Like, you are the investment, right? You are the money. You are the value, is what I'm getting here. Show me the Seven of Wands. Strength, energy. So it may take, you know, a lot of self-discipline to not fall into old, I'm getting old friendships, you know. There could be people trying to tempt you into maybe old habits, old ways of thinking. So this is about you managing yourself and taming, you know, taming those old parts of you that want to maybe dip your toe into this kind of energy again. I'm getting that, you know, your strength is in your dignity here. Leo energy again. So this is about keeping your crown on. And, you know, they're telling me weld it on. You've got to weld. You've got to weld that crown on. You've got to super glue that crown on. Okay, like Matilda's dad with that hat. This is about you really knowing thyself, being who you truly are, holding that frequency, holding your positioning, giving yourself credit for all the energies you do have access to, that the world needs you to maintain access to. So this is a responsibility here as well, you know. It's not all fun and games. This is about you, you know, when we work for the divine, we have a responsibility to hold our positioning. And I'm getting that that is what maybe you're coming into the realization of, right? Of who you are as a unique being that is priceless and irreplaceable. Three of Pentacles. Queen of Swords, okay. So this is energy of you being very clear about who you do want to deal with and who you don't want to deal with. And I feel like in your work, or I feel like you've already made some sort of decision. You've already had clarity on something here, because this is a message from your higher self. I feel like you already know the kinds of people you want to work with and the kind of people that you don't want to work with. And this is good with the Queen of Swords. She's fair. She's ruled by justice. So they're saying trust in the things that you know. Okay, don't second guess yourself here. I'm seeing you being very staunch, very firm, holding your boundaries, holding your positioning, and you know, taking no prisoners, because they're going to slow you down, okay? The universe is trying to jet set you somewhere. The universe is trying to fling you somewhere like a catapult. It wants to move you quickly. Okay, so it's very important that you keep a clear head and a high frequency. Nine of Cups. Yeah, there could be people who, you know, want to come in and, again, gain opportunity from your wish fulfillment. And they're, you know, they're intrigued because we've got a curtain on this card. There are going to be people, or maybe one person, who is very intrigued by this sense of satisfaction that you're radiating, okay? Because you're going to be giving off a frequency of fulfillment, satisfaction, peace, harmony. And you could get some messy and curious people who want to find out what it's all about. But I'm getting that, you know, keep yourself firmly focused on this future movement here. Eight of Cups, yeah, leaving the old story and, you know, finding your niche elsewhere is what I'm getting here. Moving on. 8 to the 9 of Cups. I'm hearing this is fixed for you. You've just got to flow into place. The universe has got ahead of you. The universe can see into the future. So there's this place that they're guiding you into being, right? Sacrificing what you need to, emptying that cup out and getting ready for this ultimate wish fulfillment. Home sweet home. This is being exactly where you want to be. This is wish fulfillment on a next level. This is being with your spiritual family, fitting in perfectly and feeling free all at the same time, having all the support and all the mental freedom, really living like a sovereign being. So you've got all this coming in. It's lovely. There we go. 8 of Pentacles with the 8 of Wands. So your work's going to take off in a big way is what I'm getting here. And you're going to be helping people. And this is why the universe is helping you so powerfully, because you've really got your intentions set up properly, okay? And I'm getting that you're a powerhouse of energy. You can connect to the crown chakra and pull in a quality of love that isn't so often seen or felt in human magnetic fields, okay? So you are an exceptional one. I'm hearing that you're a leader with the Lion energy, the Empress and the High Priestess. And yeah, this is looking like smooth sailing, you know, other than a couple of pesky ones or a pesky, messy one down here. I hope it's sinking in for someone who you truly are and what you're truly doing here, because I feel like it's a big revelation for somebody that this is your spiritual work, right? This is who you are. So they're saying give yourself time to adjust to this new truth, but hold your frequency. Don't let anyone tell you nothing. This is about you knowing yourself better than they ever could, right? And God knowing you better than any human ever could. And God is recognizing what you've done and your beautiful intentions in a way that no human ever could, right? So this is about your personal relationship with God and doing what God wants you to do. Okay, we've got the H. They're giving me new hat, like you're going to be wearing a new hat in a new position, right? Newness here, okay? This is the ribbon of the ancients, showing me that classical energy again. Rare and classical energy here, okay? And we've got the red rose of devotion. This belongs on the home sweet home card. This is telling me your heart chakra is tuned lovely. And when it's tuned to that beautiful frequency, you can guarantee that your next location is going to match the frequency of your heart. So that's reassurance for somebody. We've got the letter L, and they want this on the Ace of Cups to represent love. We've got X and we've got Q here, okay? Now they're giving me loot for the X. They're telling me X marks the spot. So you're headed towards something. It's almost like the GPS is already set and you're just heading towards it. And now the Q, they're giving me the word queen. But of course you could be a king as well. But this is also about the X marking the spot of your soul. This is also about you pinpointing your essence and pinpointing your identity. That's what I'm getting here. And they're telling me you're pinpointing your identity as astral royalty, as someone exceptional. They're saying, accept this. This is why you've come to the earth, to help people with things they can't help themselves with. So if they want to get pissy, if they want to think that you think you're special, well, boo-hoo, right? The truth is the truth. And this is gorgeous. What a lovely awakening for you with the Anzu's rune, the rune of the gods. And I feel like you're having some epiphany as to your true origins, your true nature, and the bounty you hold within you. So I do hope this reading has been helpful for somebody. Sending you loads of love. Mwah.